Today I'll be walking you through my top 10 tips that help me lose 60 pounds. So whether you're trying to lose a few pounds or you're trying to make a complete transformation, make sure you're staying all the way to the end of the video to see the number one tip that changed my outlook on weight loss. Tip number one, you need to start tracking your calories. The average American underestimates their calorie consumption by 50%. This can lead to people not losing weight on their diets. And then it can also lead to people that make too drastic of a cut. And then it's going to lead you into binge eating, or it's going to just have you completely give up on your goal to begin with. Don't be intimidated by tracking your calories. Once you start, it becomes really simple. You can use apps like MacroFactor or MyFitnessPal. Both of these are good options as they'll help you find your maintenance calories, which is going to become crucial later on in the process. Tip number two, don't do too much too fast.
Take it slow.
You didn't gain weight overnight, so don't expect to lose it that way either. Just start off with something simple like hitting 10,000 steps a day, and then start off in a slight calorie deficit, something like 20% at the higher range. So if your maintenance calories are around 2,500, then 20% of that is going to be 500 calories. So the lowest you would want to go is about 2,000 calories. Number three, you need to find foods that keep you fuller for longer.
That's what she said.
High protein and high fiber options are a good place to start. Here for my lunch, we have 2 carb balanced tortillas, 8 ounces of chicken. We have 28 grams of mozzarella cheese, and then some tomatillo salsa. This is just a quick and easy way to get in high protein and high fiber. Tip number 4, try to get in 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, try to get in 200 grams of protein. This is going to change if you're in a higher body fat percentage. So if you're above 35 to 40%, you'll want to get down into about 0.75 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So for example, if you're 300 pounds, you'll want to be eating closer to like 225 grams of protein, just because you're at a higher body fat percentage. So whenever you drop down, you start losing more weight, that's when your protein will slowly increase until you kind of meet the 1 gram per pound of body weight goal. This is going to help you stay fuller throughout the day. It's going to help you put on more muscle mass. It's going to help you recover from your workouts. So all around, a higher protein diet is going to help you out a lot. Tip number 5, learn how to maintain your weight. So when you're using your calorie tracking apps, they're going to have a guideline for you on what is exactly your maintenance calories. The longer you're using them, the more accurate it's going to become. But you don't want to start this off initially. You don't want to do this right at the beginning of your weight loss phase, but maybe a little bit further on down the line after you hit your goal, whatever your goal might be. You want to have a maintenance phase, as well as during your diet. Studies have shown that people who take diet breaks benefit from longer term fat loss and have lower likelihood that they'll actually gain the weight back. So there's a couple of different ways that this can look. It could be from going 5 days on at your calorie deficit, and then maybe 2 days you're eating at maintenance calories. You're not eating above maintenance, but you're eating at maintenance. And then another way that this can look is you do 4 weeks of your calorie deficit, and then you're going to do an additional 2 weeks that's at your maintenance calories. So this is just in order for you to become familiar, become comfortable with the maintenance part of your diet. So that way, when you get to the end, when you hit your goal, you know exactly what to do and you know how to maintain that weight. Tip number 6, you got to find ways to stay active. Whether that's lifting weights in the gym or doing extra cardio, going for a walk, any kind of activity that you're doing is going to be able to help you burn more calories. The more muscle mass you have on, the more calories you burn throughout the day while not doing exercise-related activities. So in the long run, it's just going to make your weight loss that much easier. Tip number 7, don't negotiate with yourself, because that is what this guy always used to do. If you said you're going to start today, then start today. Don't wait until tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Said you were going to start the diet, then start the diet. You said you were going to do cardio, then do the cardio. Stop saying you're going to start on Monday. Start saying, I'm going to start right now. I'm going to start today. This time's going to be different. This time you actually are going to do it. This is tip number 8. And this one is to set small goals. That's going to make the biggest difference when you're losing weight, because you're not always going to be motivated. The biggest thing that you're going to need is discipline. So to get those little slight touches of motivation when you're losing the weight, honestly, is to set smaller goals. So if you're 290 pounds, set your next goal to 279.9. And then after 279.9, your next goal, 269.9. And then just continue that pattern, just set small goals. And then every time that you hit your new goal, it's going to feel like such an accomplishment. And then might as well roll into tip number 9. Tip number 9 is to remove emotion from your food. It's a hard place that it was for me to grasp from, but this might not apply to everybody. It's just my relationship that I had with food was to this point was if I was sad or angry or upset, then I was going out to get food and, oh, I want this, and because I've had a rough day and I want to go get this ice cream because I had a bad day, or even for celebrations too. It was like, oh, I did this or I accomplished this. Like, oh, let's go out to eat to celebrate. And for me, a big thing was to not rely on food anymore, not to use food as a crutch in that way, or a coping mechanism, to not use it in that kind of form. I'm not going to put it down to the point of saying, oh, food is only fuel, because food is such a huge part of my life. I love to cook. My wife loves to cook, and it's just a big part of everybody's culture in general. But taking the emotional aspect out of it will make your weight loss journey easier in the long run. Tip number 10. This is the big one. For me, it's about remembering why you started the weight loss journey, why you started your transformation, why you started trying to get healthier. For me personally, it was my wife. I wanted to be a better partner. I wanted to be able to do all the things that we wanted to do. And, if we potentially have kids, I want to be around for the long run for them. And I think it's really a big priority is to remember why you started. So whether it is your spouse or wanting to be a part of your kids' lives for longer, or actually being able to participate in the activities that they want to do, it could be more just you want to feel comfortable in your own skin. Whatever the motivation is, just remember where you started from throughout the process, and then just look back and look how far you've come, and remember the reasons why exactly you're doing it. It's not going to be something that's super easy for you. It's going to be difficult. You're going to be uncomfortable, but it will be simple. Losing weight is something that is simple, so just don't make it complicated. So those were my top 10 tips for losing weight and transforming yourself or transforming your lifestyle. But just make sure you guys comment down below. Comment down below your stories, so let other people know exactly what you've accomplished or what exactly is capable. Or if you want to have questions, just comment them down below and I'll answer them for you guys as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you give it a like. Share to all your friends and family. Just share the video, spread the message to try to help motivate people and try to get everybody into a healthier lifestyle. I'm out. See you guys in the next one.